Welcome back to another Bourbon Bums review. I am Bologna. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone watching this on release day. Happy Whiskey Wednesday to everyone watching on release day. And thank you for watching for everyone that didn't watch it on release day. But today I have something very exciting, very new. This is Green River Single Barrel Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, hand selected by the Illinois Single Barrel. So this is a bottle that we got courtesy of Greene Valley Wine and Spirits. Basically like a distributor's pick. They give them out to a bunch of different liquor stores. So it wasn't like a group. It wasn't a Bourbon Bums pick, or it wasn't a single entity that picked them. It's basically for distribution purposes. But Green River is a new-ish old distillery from Owensboro, Kentucky. So Green River started in 1885. DSB KY 10. So it was Kentucky's 10th distillery, and they were able to keep that number through all the basically history that they had. So they started in 1885. They were very popular up until a fire destroyed their campus in 1918. From there, they rebuilt up until Prohibition, and then by 1955, they were out of business. So they have old history, but then from there, they weren't around until Reconstruction happened in 2014. In 2014, they were bought out. They were able to keep the historic Green River name to it. In 2022, they were back on the shelves. And that same year, Bardstown Bourbon Company bought Green River Distillery. So we talked about Bardstown Bourbon Company in the past. We like everything coming out from Bardstown. They are someone, again, newish to the game, but they do things the right way. So I was excited when Green River started hitting the shelves once again. They started with their original offerings were their bourbon, their wheated bourbon, which in my whiskey community, like in my circles, people went crazy for the wheated bourbon. I tried it. I liked it. I think I like their regular straight bourbon better than their wheated bourbon. But then this year, 2024, they came out with the Green River Rye. They got really, really good reviews, and the single barrel offerings, which are foolproof. So this bottle here is at 119 proof. And it's exciting because it's $60. So, whenever we talk about whiskey being fairly expensive nowadays, this is something that is affordable, a foolproof 119 proof offering for $60. And it had been getting good reviews. So shout out to Greene Valley Wine and Spirits once again. And I'll give you guys the nose. I smelt this earlier before I started filming, and I thought it was really interesting. I get a bunch of honey and caramel, and then like don't take this the wrong way, but it's like a wet forest. It's super earthy. I don't want to say mulch. All of these things that might be off-putting to some people, but I think it's it's floral. It's got a really interesting nose. I should mention most of their single barrel offerings for now are 5 years old, same as their regular bourbon. A punch of black pepper on the front of the palate. And then I get like an herbal tea. There's like herbal tea and honey aspect to it. It's really interesting. It's like if you were to make a tea, pour some honey into it. That's what it feels like. I actually have one of these, no free ads, but I guess free ads here. These Liquid Death Armless Palmers. These are, little like an Arnold Palmer, if you wish. And the tea in there tastes a lot like the tea flavor here. So I still get caramel. There's like a chocolate aspect to it, which is weird. Usually I don't get chocolate flavors from like a younger foolproof offering. I usually get it from like an aged bourbon or whiskey, but there's like a not a milk chocolate or dark chocolate. It's almost like a Tootsie Roll. And I've talked about not liking Tootsie Rolls, but I do like this flavor between the tea and the caramel and the Tootsie Roll flavor. That's really interesting. Yeah. The mouthfeel is there. It's not, I mean, it's not super velvety. It's not super coating, but it's good enough. It's not thin by any means. Man, and then the kick being it 5 years and 119 proof, you get a kick at the end. More black pepper that was in the front of the palate is there on the finish. You get the Kentucky hug. Um, Not super long lasting, but nothing bad about it. Um, I really like this. I know I got this bottle a couple weeks ago. I've put a good dent into it by now. And like I said, for 60 bucks, it's really cool. And something different, something that hopefully is readily available, unlike a lot of other things. If I were to give it a grade, I think for it being their first like foolproof and single barrel offerings, I think they're on the right track. I don't want to give it a super high grade. It's not like an A or A minus. Um, but there's nothing bad about it. I like the price point. I think maybe right in between B minus and a solid B. Um, yeah, I'll go B. Just a solid B grade for Green River single barrel. Um, yeah, really, really good, really interesting. Like I said, people like the weeded offerings. I'm very excited to try the rye. I'm probably going to try to get my hands on a bottle soon. Um, but yeah, that's the review for today. Before I leave you, I'm gonna play this ad right here.
Are you tired of getting the same old bourbon sitting on the shelf? Looking for something to impress your bourbon friends with? Then head over to Greene Valley Wine and Spirits in Bolingbrook and grab one of our single barrel bourbon bum store picks. We've got a 9-year Knob Creek bourbon, an 8-year Knob Creek rye whiskey, and our ever popular NULU toasted wheated. That's right, toasted wheated. So head out to Greene Valley Wine and Spirits or message one of the bums. But hurry, because once these bottles go, they're gone forever. Become a bourbon bum today.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for watching our latest video out in the Bourbon Bums bar. That was by far our most successful video to date. So please like, subscribe, and share, and all that fun stuff. We have plans on filming a couple more videos at Jason's bar, whether it be very similar in concept with the allocated stuff and the more affordable stuff. And then we have some really fun blinds that we plan on doing together. So yeah, like I mentioned, please like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you next week for another Bourbon Runs review. Cheers, everyone.